Yes, we need reparation and then separation. And we have to do double time. Yesterday was already too late. We demand $14.7 trillion foundational Black Americans, or ADOS, whatever you will call us. We demand that. We do not want to see America destroyed while we are in it, because even if we survive the destruction of America, we will still have to contend with China and other enemies. You know? We will still have to. So what will we do with that reparation money? We will request that everybody put at least a third of that money in a national bank for us. That would be about $5 trillion. We can flood, emigrate to 5 southern states, take over the government of that. States like Mississippi, Louisiana, Alabama, Georgia, South Carolina, and we would become the majority and take over the government of those 5 states. And if we wanted to, we could vote to secede from the nation. But in the meantime, we would have political, economical power in those states and set up a national bank. We would establish get a million-man military with an air force, navy, and armed force in our self, in our nation. A million man with $1 trillion of those dollars. We will go to Africa and kick the Chinese out and the French out of Africa with that million-man army, so that Africa will set up a United States of Africa with one currency, one president. Now, yesterday was already too late. Huh? And we dare China to retaliate. We wipe them off the face of the map. We will wipe them off the face of the map. Same as that France. France would be toast and China would be roast. And it's right now. Like I said, yesterday was too late. So we need that. Biblically speaking, going to the Bible, going to this book, your Holy Bible, called the King James Version, should really be called the Masonic Version, the King James had printed. According to that Bible, we died. We as Black people, gods of the earth, died so that Caucasian may have life. Because it was said that we made them, that they may have life, and the tree of life. Because what we did was not good. We made them. and not they themselves. We ourselves are self-created, but they are not self-created. We made them. And we died 6,000 years to give them a chance, because what we did was not good. But our eyes has been shut. They are the new creatures spoken of in the Bible. It's talk about the new creatures. And when it says, let the weak say they are strong, that's the Caucasian they're talking about. That's why those policemen and so have that macho feeling. But they weak saying they are strong. When it said, blessed be the poor in spirit, they, it is talking about. They are the poor in spirit. Why would the poor in spirit be blessed? But the time is at the end now. We don't desire America to be destroyed, but it's being played now until we get our reparation money. Even if we send an earthquake to New York and the Empire State Building will tumble to the ground, it is but a warning. It is but a warning. We must have reparation and then separation. And as I said, we will march with a million-man military, the latest military equipment, latest airplane. We will straighten out Africa, and France would be toasted. They have African leaders like puppets on a string, call themselves francophone. African countries call themselves francophone. What is the African countries call themselves francophones? They're part of the Orient. Orient is equivalent to the Masonic order. In France, they're called the Orient. They are like puppets on a screen. And the president of Gabon is the chief culprit. And they brag about that. But Macron toasted. We dare for them to retaliate. And China even have police stations in Africa, in South Africa. In South Africa, Chinese is given special consideration as a minority group. China will be chased out and we dare for them to retaliate. There will not be any pussyfooting around with them. They'll be wiped off the face of the map. It's the white people who raised the Chinese up to where they are today, where they became a problem. But their time's gone too. So America is plagued. And as I repeat, if we send an earthquake to New York and it tumbles to Empire State Building, it'll be but a warning that we want our $14.7 trillion reparation money, foundational Black America. And no swirling intermarriage. Not while we awoke. Now, Africa might accept that. We will not. Because that's bringing a foreign entity into our body. We, as foundational Black America or Black Americans or ADOS, whatever you call us, we are a body, one body. And when one of us bring a foreign object, and Caucasians or Asians are a foreign object into that one body, it will lead to our death. Now, the Bible said, no male, no female, no rich, no poor, and so forth. That was pre-creation. And it'll be trillions and trillions of years until we reach that stage again, if ever, where there's no female or male. That's pre-creation until we was almost like a blob until we became differentiated into male and female. That's why homosexuality is such of a sin to our body. We're like a church, or one body. When you bring down homosexuality, it harms the whole body. They have to be cut off from among us. Same thing is bringing the Caucasian into our body. Those who do that have to be cut off from us. It is like a radical cell gone mad, out of order of the body. They become a radical cell, bringing foreign entities, a cancerous cell. They have to be cut off so that our body will be saved. That was the biggest sin during slavery. When the Caucasian raped the Black women and forced them to have their children. They know what they were doing. They've done it in Brazil and other countries. And robbed us of our melanin. And now, Africa seems to be under a spell where Black women are willingly bleaching out the melanin from their skin. That's a mental sickness. Worse than American women do not do that anymore. Maybe in the Caribbean they do that. But the Caribbean women, when they come to America, do not have that same desire and the same percentage of bleaching their skin anymore. When they come over here, they lose that desire to bleach their skin. Same thing African. And now those people who practice intermarriage, interracial marriage in America is not accepted among us. They cannot go to a leadership situation among us. But in Africa, they seem not to care. They say they have almost 1 billion people. They don't think that a foreign entity would do them much harm. And a lot of Black Americans go over to Africa. They are considered a brony. That's ignorance. We are not strangers. Caucasians are strangers. Asians are strangers. But we are not. So we have to think bigger than just this election thing and having the East Indian represented us. Oh, ignorance has to stop. We have to be awoken to the trickery. We have to know who we are. as foundational Black Americans, or ADOS. And they bring foreigners, Black foreigners, who do not know who they are among us, as competition with us. But they made a mistake because we are going to become one. So we are turning that table against them. We are turning that table against them and their trickery. And now is the time. Yesterday was too late, so we have to double time. Demand reparation now. The hell with that election. Who the hell cares who win? We win. So we demand $14.7 trillion and separate after we reparate. We separate. Flood southern states. So we become a majority in those 5 southern states I recalled. Louisiana, Mississippi, Alabama, Georgia, South Carolina. Take over those states by outnumbering the whites, and hopefully the whites will move north. And then develop a million-man army, march onto Africa, chase the Chinese out, chase the French and the Francophone countries in Africa. Yeah, listen at that. Francophone countries in Africa. They have the leaders there like puppets on a screen in the organization called the Orient, equivalent to the Masons. We have known the truth, and the truth has set us free. We are woken up. We can see things as they are. I heard an African woman say she don't know why all of a sudden she went to Germany and she desired a white man. You come into their matrix under their spell in their collective consciousness by her desire to join unto them. And one Black woman say that when asked why so many Africans are with these white men, even some of them 70, 80 years old, she said that they see them as different and desirable because of the white skin. Now, those are people asleep. Seeing, they see not. Hearing, they hear not. Else they see with their eyes, hear with their ear, and live. Huh? It is time now. In Masonic, time of the year is called, this is past 6,000 AL. In the year 2000, we reached that threshold. They know their time was at the end, so it looked like they tried to elevate China to take over where they left off. But they're mistaken. China will be wiped off the map. It's the white people who raised China financially, giving them the business. Well, they will get the business from us too, but a different type of business. And it's time now, think big. Don't think small about the election. We've been doing that for hundreds of years now. They want to give a little this, a little. They gave Obama to us. We should have learned by that. That was a no-no, was stupidity. We have hope into that which was hopeless. It gave a foreign, half-black person the presidency, trying to fool us. Now they're giving an East Indian and a half of a black person that's not even from America, but from Jamaica, and not even full black, but she would be considered like a fourth black, 25%. We are supposed to be fooled as a vice presidency and stupid women, just like they were deceived by feminism. Are they could be fooled again? Fooled by Planned Parenthood. Are they going to be fooled again? How long? How long? How long shall you sleep and be foolish, people? It's time to wake up. As I said yesterday, was too late. We have to double time. Seeing, we see not. We think that we are just white people with a suntan. No, we are the gods, and they are men. Now, what power do the gods have over men? As of today, the men seem to have more power than the gods. So in Psalm 62, it says, "Ye are gods and children of the Most High, but ye shall die like men." That's showing our condition if we become like men or even less than men. Because we do not know our power. Now that video, Black is Cain. Listen to that over and over and over again. Ye are already kings. But there's one king, the King of Kings. And as it said, a true king never dies. So you have to know, who are you? Who are you? You do not know who you are. You will never have a relationship with a Caucasian woman or a black woman with a Caucasian man if you know who you are. So we said we have to protect our woman. That's not just being nice or like a good gentleman. It's more than that. I hear well, I get mixed with men and God. There's some black men among us, but there are also some that we are as gods. Now, some of the black men talking about, yes, we have to protect our women, sound phony as hell. They have to become from within, not to be gentlemen, but to be practical. Because without the black woman, it's impossible to exist. We were one at the time when we differentiated into male and female. Trillions of years ago. So we say protect a woman. It's not being sentimental. It's being practical and part of our nature. Don't mean that women are not to be put in the forefront to fight, but it's to preserve ourselves. We have to preserve the black woman. Hmm? It's as common sense as that. Not to be sweet sounding and phony about it. It has to be not even second nature, first nature. That's what we mean. Not sentimental gibberish. That's phony. Have to come from the spirit to know who you are. And it's as who we are from white is as different as the sun from the moon. Men, what is men called? That's the name of the moon, men. In Samaria, the moon was called man, M-E-N, prefix of man's creation, meaning moon, as well as sin in Samaria, another name for the moon. Unfortunately, females are more related to the moon than males, black males are. We have to know ourselves, our nature in this universe. And it's wartime. There is a Cold War going on among us, but it's heating up. Heating up now. Time has been passed. This is the time. Yesterday was too late. And we have to separate the wheat from the tear. There are tears, weeds growing among us. And as the Bible says, there has to be separation. And the universe know each of us by name. Know even every single hair on our heads and every action we did and are doing. And whatever happened to us, it knows whatever we do is written in the book of life. Don't think you can hide. The bed is too short and the cover is too narrow. So you cannot hide. Your action will find you out. We will know the tree by the root, by the fruit it bears. So are you rooted in life or rooted in death? Death walk among you and you know not. Caucasians are rooted in death. Everywhere they go, they bring death and destruction. Even death of the sea, death of the air. Artificial intelligence. That's why black people, when they leave America and go to Africa, I hear over and over again, they feel the new spirit. A new spirit. A different spirit. So now we are free from that spell. This is the truth that will set you free. And once you're free, you never, ever, ever die again. And so those celebrities who sell their soul to the company store for naught, those black celebrities,